Hiya, it's Joey Reynolds. What's black and white and red all over? Used to be a newspaper. No more. They're not doing it anymore. The Daily News is not doing print anymore. They are going to go to electronics. They're going to do what I'm doing here. You probably will see the news on a disc. Or what I do, which is to take the news off of the electronics and I put it onto my copy machine and then I read the paper. That's what I do. I don't know about you. But, you know, in New York, where the Daily News decided to not print anymore because it's, because people don't read the paper like they used to. Except on the subway, they call them strap hangers. You know, people are hanging on the strap and they're reading the paper and they don't have to look at each other. They do that on the trains commuting also from Long Island or wherever they're coming into Grand Central Station. They read that paper so they don't have to look at the guy next to them. They don't have to talk to him. They do it on their airplanes too. You notice people put headsets on so they don't have to interact with you. People don't like to interact with anybody. We're isolated. We're into the isolation, not ISIS. We're not into that. Not into that at all. iTunes, iPhone, iPod. That's my movie. iPad, this, that. It's like raising kids. I. It's all about I. Think you're living with a bunch of pirates. But the paper, the Daily News, was famous for sports, especially, you know, the Yankees. My God, that's their sponsored paper. They own Channel 11, which was WPIX for Pix Television. That was their extension of their paper. The comics, the Daily Planet, which was Superman's newspaper, was modeled after that, you know, with the Commissioner Gordon and Perry, what's his name, the manager of the paper. Remember? That was Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen. That's the Daily News. They modeled it after that, but it's gone. I mean, they're not doing it anymore. And my favorite reporters, I had some favorite guys over there because they wrote good stories about me. And then the ones who wrote bad stories, they're my favorites also. But I don't want to mention them. I hope they get good jobs somewhere on another planet. The Daily Planet. That's right. No, you know, we have a different kind of a society now. People are more engaged in their phone. Their phone has become their camera. Their phone has become their best friend. Their phone has become their newspaper. And so people are now reading the phones. And I got my print shirt on. This is more like Charlie Sheen than I care to be. And see, he was covered in that paper. Front page of the Daily News, boy, when they got rid of Howard Stern on NBC, that was front page of the Daily News. It's front page stories. We don't have the front page anymore. Even if you don't buy the paper, you would walk by a stand, even in the subway or above ground, and you would see there is a story that I really have to buy this paper to read. But the curiosity factor. Now we just go online and that's the end of it. We don't have to do any of this. You don't have to pay for anything anymore. You don't even have to pay for music if you don't have iTunes. You get a lot of it free. It's amazingly free, but it'll end. They're going to find a way to subsidize it like they do in movie theaters where they have a half-hour commercials. They're called trailers. Those are commercials. So, you know, we are losing the sponsors in print. That's what's happening. The Daily News, the Variety magazine, they are now in Japan doing a live broadcast, so they're not in print. But we want to say goodbye to the Daily News and bury them properly because it's a good paper. I mean, you know, they really did a good job. It was very breezy, unlike the New York Times, which was delivered by Moses with 2 tablets. You know, that's the Bible of the industry. Actually, Variety was called the Bible of the radio and television and movie industry. But we have this delivery system now. People used to be paper boys. I was a paper boy. I would rely on that $7 a week that I made from my route. That was a lot of school money. But we don't do that anymore because you don't deliver the paper, not electronically. Also, living in Florida, let's talk about that for a minute. There's no subway, so no problem. You know, you're not reading the paper down there. There isn't any. The Miami Herald killed my career on television. I want to thank them very much. It's wonderful they did a story about me. That was the end of my TV show. But it's bye-bye to the papers, and not too soon, you know. Just as I lost my TV show, they're losing their grip on the audience, and I know what it feels like. It's It's really a bear. There's another word for it, but I don't want to use it on my internet presence with my media magazine that's electronic. That's what you're watching. It's the Joey Reynolds rap.